One of my favorite subjects, welcome back to Travel Show Live, is of course aviation, commercial aviation, and getting there is very important. That's why Simon Spinks is here from Air France. Thank you, sir, for being here. Good. I can't wait to talk about the onboard experience, something I just experienced 3 months ago on board Air France.
Yeah, I think the Air France experience of travel and getting to France really sets the Air France brand and the French culture at the forefront of the passenger's experience. So really, if you get on board, you experience the sophistication, the very chic, elegant way that France projects itself, right through from the cuisine to the very fine wines on board to the champagne and economy. If you're lucky enough to travel our A380 aircraft, you really have a different experience from any other aircraft.
That was something that I was going to ask you about right off the bat, because Air France came out relatively early and said the A380, and if you don't know, that's the double-decker plane. I'm sure we're showing a picture of it as we speak, but Air France came out and said, we want to have this aircraft. We are committed to this type of experience. We believe that's the future. Explain a little bit about that decision, if you don't mind.
Well, the A380 offers us an opportunity to uplift a lot more passengers, that's very clear. But the onboard experience of these brand new aircraft is just something that you cannot imagine until you actually travel.
Until you do it.
You've got a full double-deck aircraft, top layer, bottom layer. You've got 6 bars on board. You've got 6 mood settings. So as you travel through the journey, the lights change. You have things like an onboard gallery in first class. You have a Clarence lounge that you can go and change in. You have very fine dining, very fine cuisine, all tailored towards the individual experience for the passenger. And I have to say, I've had the pleasure of travelling it once, and it's an experience like none other.
Really?
And I've travelled a lot on aircraft over the years.
Right.
But this is like nothing on earth.
Well, I think, and isn't that part of the things that we don't see and that we don't know about? The design itself, without getting too technical, of course, but I mean, the design of aircraft, that is changed.
Yeah, sure. I mean, not only is the A380 incredibly fuel efficient, so it's environmentally friendly, but more than that, it just is such a quiet experience. You know, you take off on this aircraft, you wouldn't even know you've taken off. You sort of go down the runway, and you think, have we taken off? Haven't we taken off?
You really
Suddenly,
don't know.
You're in the air and you're en route. Right through the whole experience of just the way that the seats are very, very comfortable. It feels like a city in the sky, and I think that's the best way to really equate it is just the difference between that and a normal passenger.
Now, how about the turbulence? Did you feel any of the bumps along the way?
No, I'd be a liar if I said there was no turbulence.
You found a little.
There's a little bit, but you don't really feel it.
You just don't feel it.
It's like the superliners of today. You just really don't feel turbulence in the same regard.
And I suppose the takeaway here is, if you have the opportunity to take the A380, which you do from New York directly into Charles de Gaulle, you should do that.
I would certainly recommend that. If you can't get on the A380, I would take one of our premium Voyager seats, which is our economy, the upgraded economy version. Now, I would use that as a different way to get to France. And of course, the great thing about flying Air France is when you fly Air France, you're flying the national carrier into its national base, straight into Paris. And boy, it really does take the experience from it.
A lot of people ask me, Simon, about that. They say, you know what, do I need to fly in first class? And I'm always quick to point out it has everything to do with the duration of the trip. Honestly, it does. If you're flying from New York to Dallas, New York to Chicago, do you need to? I don't find it that exciting. But you get into those 5-hour flights, 5.5, absolutely. That's where you want to spend your money. Even if it's just an upgrade from economy or not, that's where you spend it. I really believe that.
You're absolutely right. And I think whether you take our Voyager class, which is excellent, I think we're probably the only carrier to offer champagne in economy, right through to our first class product, which is bespoke, absolute top quality. Whichever class you choose to travel in, you will really find something that is tailor-made to your own budget and your own needs. And I think, this is the beginning of your trip. You really want to splash out.
That's right.
Really want to enjoy it. You really want to really get into the holiday in a good spirit and a good mood.
I agree with that.
And I think that's the best way to do it.
Simon, thank you very much for doing this today. It was good to meet you. And we'll go to airfrance.com. That's right.
Absolutely.
Doesn't get any easier.
Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, right.
See us on Facebook. We're everywhere.
Are you Twittering right now?
We're tweeting at the moment.
All right, very good. We'll be back in just a second. Stay with us.